Hi friends, in this video I'm going to make 48 sentences using a single verb. In the same way, I'm going to use 4 more verbs, making it a total of 5 verbs, and I'm going to make 240 sentences. When you practice 240 sentences, your vocal cords will open and the words will come out freely from your mouth. You will be able to ask and answer questions confidently. You will be gaining a lot of vocabulary, and at the same time you will be knowing how to pronounce words and how to speak in the neutral accent. I wish you all the best. Let me start with the verb say, S-A-Y. I say lies. I don't say lies. Do you say lies? Don't you say lies? I said lies. I didn't say lies. Did you say lies? Didn't you say lies? I will say lies. I won't say lies. Will you say lies? Won't you say lies? I am saying lies. I aren't saying lies. Are you saying lies? Aren't you saying lies? I was saying lies. I wasn't saying lies. Were you saying lies? Weren't you saying lies? I will be saying lies. I won't be saying lies. Will you be saying lies? Won't you be saying lies? I have said lies. I haven't said lies. Have you said lies? Haven't you said lies? I had said lies. I hadn't said lied. Had you said lies? Hadn't you said lies? I will have said lies. I won't have said lies. Will you have said lies? Won't you have said lies? I have been saying lies. I haven't been saying lies. Have you been saying lies? Haven't you been saying lies? I had been saying lies. I hadn't been saying lies. Had you been saying lies? Hadn't you been saying lies? I will have been saying lies. I won't have been saying lies. Will you have been saying lies? Won't you have been saying lies? Let's go to the next verb. The next verb is see. The sentence is children see clearly. 48 sentences. Children see clearly. Children don't see clearly. Do children see clearly? Don't children see clearly? Children saw clearly. Children didn't see clearly. Did children see clearly? Didn't children see clearly? Children will see clearly. Children won't see clearly. Will children see clearly? Won't children see clearly? Children are seeing clearly. Children aren't seeing clearly. Are children seeing clearly? Aren't children seeing clearly? Children were seeing clearly. Children weren't seeing clearly. Were children seeing clearly? Weren't children seeing clearly? Children will be seeing clearly. Children won't be seeing clearly. Will children be seeing clearly? Won't children be seeing clearly? Children have seen clearly. Children haven't seen clearly. Have children seen clearly? Haven't children seen clearly? Children had seen clearly. Children hadn't seen clearly. Had children seen clearly? Hadn't children seen clearly? Children will have seen clearly. Children won't have seen clearly. Will children have seen clearly? Won't children have seen clearly? Children have been seeing clearly. Children haven't been seeing clearly. Have children been seeing clearly? Haven't children been seeing clearly? Children had been seeing clearly. Children hadn't been seeing clearly. Had children been seeing clearly? Hadn't children been seeing clearly? Children will have been seeing clearly. Children won't have been seeing clearly. Will children have been seeing clearly? Won't children have been seeing clearly? Let's go to the next verb. The next verb is sell. Sentence is he sells books. He doesn't sell books. Does he sell books? Doesn't he sell books? He sold books. He didn't sell books. Did he sell books? Didn't he sell books? He will sell books. He won't sell books. Will he sell books? Won't he sell books? He is selling books. He isn't selling books. Is he selling books? Isn't he selling books? He was selling books. He wasn't selling books. Was he selling books? Wasn't he selling books? He will be selling books. He won't be selling books. Will he be selling books? Won't he be selling books? He has sold books. He hasn't sold books. Has he sold books? Hasn't he sold books? He had sold books. He hadn't sold books. Had he sold books? Hadn't he sold books? He will have sold books. He won't have sold books. Will he have sold books? Won't he have sold books? He has been selling books. He hasn't been selling books. Has he been selling books? Hasn't he been selling books? He had been selling books. He hadn't been selling books. Had he been selling books? Hadn't he been selling books? He will have been selling books. He won't have been selling books. Will he have been selling books? Won't he have been selling books? Let's go to the next verb. What is the next verb? The next verb is send. The sentence is she sends cards. She sends cards. She doesn't send cards. Does she send cards? Doesn't she send cards? She sent cards. She didn't send cards. Did she send cards? Didn't she send cards? She will send cards. She won't send cards. Will she send cards? Won't she send cards? She is sending cards. She isn't sending cards. Is she sending cards? Isn't she sending cards? She was sending cards. She wasn't sending cards. Was she sending cards? Wasn't she sending cards? She will be sending cards. She won't be sending cards. Will she be sending cards? Won't she be sending cards? She has sent cards. She hasn't sent cards. Has she sent cards? Hasn't she sent cards? She had sent cards. She hadn't sent cards. Had she sent cards? Hadn't she sent cards? She will have sent cards. She won't have sent cards. Will she have sent cards? Won't she have sent cards? She has been sending cards. She hasn't been sending cards. Has she been sending cards? Hasn't she been sending cards? She had been sending cards. She hadn't been sending cards. Had she been sending cards? Hadn't she been sending cards? She will have been sending cards. She won't have been sending cards. Will she have been sending cards? Won't she have been sending cards? Let's go to the next one. The next verb is set. The sentence is she sets question papers. She doesn't set question papers. Does she set question papers? Doesn't she set question papers? She set question papers. She didn't set question papers. Did she set question papers? Didn't she set question papers? She will set question papers. She won't set question papers. Will she set question papers? Won't she set question papers? She is setting question papers. She isn't setting question papers. Is she setting question papers? Isn't she setting question papers? She was setting question papers. She wasn't setting question papers. Was she setting question papers? Wasn't she setting question papers? She will be setting question papers. She won't be setting question papers. Will she be setting question papers? Won't she be setting question papers? She has set question papers. She hasn't set question papers. Has she set question papers? Hasn't she set question papers? She had set question papers. She hadn't set question papers. Had she set question papers? Hadn't she set question papers? She will have set question papers. She won't have set question papers. Will she have set question papers? Won't she have set question papers? She has been setting question papers. She hasn't been setting question papers. Has she been setting question papers? Hasn't she been setting question papers? She had been setting question papers. She hadn't been setting question papers. Had she been setting question papers? Hadn't she been setting question papers? She will have been setting question papers. She won't have been setting question papers. Will she have been setting question papers? Won't she have been setting question papers? Friends, in all my videos, I keep repeating the same thing. I ask you to keep practice and practice and practice. Practice makes a person perfect. In the same way, you please keep practicing. You please repeat what I say. In that way, you are going to learn the correct pronunciation and the correct way of speaking neutral accent. In my next video, I'm going to add 5 more words for you. And with that 5 words, we are going to make 240 sentences. I wish you all the best. Keep practicing. Friends, you may subscribe to my channel in YouTube. To subscribe, please press here. Follow me on Twitter by clicking here. Want to follow me on Facebook? Click here to like my page.